They set up like this very small Viking colony somewhere in probably like New England, and the Native Americans like came out. I think it was like in the fall. A bunch of Native Americans like came out of the woods with like pelts and shit like that, like basically being like, "Hey, what's up? Like, let's see what's good here." So they had an exchange with the Vikings. Like the first one was like they wanted, the Vikings had like all their like metal weapons, which like the Native Americans like didn't really have. And they wanted to trade for their weapons, and the Vikings were like, nah, because Vikings were like, this is our shit, yeah. And so they ended up trading a bunch of pelts for like initially it was like cow's milk, and the Native Americans were like pumped on cow's milk. They were amped, bro. They gave away all their pelts. They're like, give us all the milk you have. They like loved milk. Like this shit's crazy. Because if you think about it, like it's so sweet. Like they probably didn't really.
Yeah, they didn't. Cows weren't here yet.
Yeah. How the fuck are they transporting milk?
Bro, the Vikings
cold.
were nuts, dude. They were fucking. They're like, get on the boat, cows, and the cows are like, come on. So, dude, so they traded. So then, okay, so there was like a small exchange. That was the first one. It went pretty well, and then
People don't realize that Vikings were traders more than they were
like pillagers and
conquerors.
Yeah,
Damn.
yeah.
No, they weren't pillagers. They were conquerors.
Okay.
Dude, how about just the disrespect on that initial trade offer?
Yeah,
It's like,
yeah.
hey, can we have some of those swords?
Yeah, true.
We got some fur.
You can't. It doesn't hurt to ask, as they say.
Yeah.
It's ballsy though. It's bold. You got to go for what you want.
Yeah, you got to go for it.
Shoot your shot.
Yeah, because then that's how you negotiate, right? Ask high, then you come down.
Settle on milk.
I'm
I'm not going to give you the sword, but I've got this milk right here.
They're like, all right, we'll take milk.
We wanted fucking advanced weapons.
Yeah, but
we'll take dairy.
I can't.
Bro, so much comes with milk though. You get cheese, you get all that shit.
Yeah, but they
weren't turning that shit
They were
into
just
cheese.
drinking that shit right then and there, just covered in fucking milk, dude. They're fucking dirty.
Imagine, like,
they have the worst stomachache ever. Like,
dude, imagine the fucking.
That's true because mostly white people
yeah,
drink cow's milk.
Yeah,
everyone else
only,
is pretty much lactose intolerant.
Yes, dude. Like genetically, like only Scandinavian and like Northern European like white people can like drink milk. Everyone else in the rest of the world like pretty much has like at least some level of intolerance to dairy, which is pretty wild.
That is wild.
So okay, so that was the first exchange.
Dude, hold on a second. I can't let this go.
What is it?
Dude, the fucking Native Americans are all hopped up on milk, dude. Imagine like the next whoever came next, the fucking Spanish or whatever. They come in and they just fucking the Native Americans come out of the woods. They'll get like milk mustaches.
They just want milk.
Yeah,
so like these people love milk.
So just want to slide that in.
That'd be the Americans. Okay, so I think that was like in the fall or something. So then the winter comes. Native Americans are off hibernating for the winter or whatever the fuck they do. Spring comes. Now word is spread. There's this Viking colony. They probably didn't call them. I don't know what they call it. There's this colony of tall, white, handsome men with swords. We're going to go trade. So now there's mad Native Americans come with a shit ton of pelts. They're coming for the milk, dude. They want fucking straight milk. So they show up in same scenario. So now they come out, they meet, and same thing. They ask for the sword. They ask for the weaponry. They start high again. Now, so one of the Native Americans supposedly made a fatal mistake. He grabbed at one of the Vikings' swords. And as a Viking yourself, as a modern day Viking,
It's not a good move.
Not a good move.
Take his fucking
I guess
head
the
off.
Viking fucking killed him like one swoop right then and there.
Probably cut his head off.
Literally, yeah. Probably just decapitated him one move. And then, so all the Native Americans scatter. They run into the woods because, they're a little skittish. If there's anything about Native Americans.
Is that a slur?
No, so the Vikings are like, it's not a big Viking colony. They're like, oh, fuck. Like, they're definitely going to retaliate. Like, that's what we would do. So the Vikings are like, fuck it. They go after the Native Americans. They chase them into the woods. And then there's like this not massive. There's a battle, and a bunch of Native Americans get killed. The Vikings just like, they're getting bows. They're getting arrow shot at them. The Vikings just like charge through the arrows. The Native Americans like, whoa.
What the fuck has happened before?
Yeah. So then the Vikings basically fucked them up pretty good. But Leif Erikson's brother, got fucking hit with an arrow, I think in the groin. And he was like, fuck, I'm going to die. So so Leif Erikson's brother is buried somewhere in New England, which is pretty fucking crazy.
Unmarked?
I mean, no, they marked his grave supposedly with 2 crosses at his feet and 2 crosses at his head, something like that.
They're marked where they think it is.
It's probably still there.
I don't know if it's still there.
It's probably not accurately.
Is there a spot where I don't know if they even know where it is?
I was reading something about it, but I didn't get too in depth because I don't care about Explorer Vikings.
It's probably
I care
under a
about
condo.
You care about
the killers.
Dude, I want to know about Leif Erikson's brother.
Bro, you know about the berserkers and shit?
Oh yeah, I know about
like
berserkers.
they would fight their own people. They just went nuts.
Yeah, they were. Yeah, they would
like
think they
you
were
just
on.
got out of the. You let them go, and you're like, I'll back off for a little.
What
bit.
is that? A different group?
Yeah,
Let's not get into it.
Yeah,
I mean,
okay.
dude,
that's a whole.
It's a whole-
It's
They were
wild.
on.
It's
they
wild. Look it up.
They think they were on like psychedelics and like crazy.
They
shit.
would take like mushrooms and shit.
Yeah, just fucking
chocolate milk.
literally go. Oh my god! You imagine eating Native American chocolate milk.
Dude, I've never
Their
been
head
over.
their heads all explode at once. Yeah. So he got killed, and then the Vikings, I think, eventually were like trying to settle here a little bit, but they're not like a settling people. And they were like, they were fighting Native Americans too much. They're like, this is fucking we're too far from home.
Yeah.
They were just like, let's all bounce. So they basically all bounced at once. But it was fucking crazy. Like literally right here where we are, pretty much like they were fucking Viking and Native American interactions.
Drinking milk together.
Drinking milk, dude.
Dude, they both got those small boats. Which we had footage of that fucking canoe on canoe combat.
Dude, that's what I'm saying.
That'd be wild.
It's probably pretty anticlimactic.
Yeah, it probably wasn't.
Just
that
the
great.
Vikings like yelling at them and then just getting like hit with arrows until they could get close enough to kill them.
They had shields.
Yeah, they had shields.
It's wild. It's pretty wild stuff. You should look into it.
Yeah,
I might do a deep dive.
Vikings would just go and fuck up Europe and then just leave for a little.
Basically, if you're all probably Scandinavian because they just went and
Yeah.
fucked all the women.
Yeah,
And
they
just
killed all the
had a
dudes
great
and
time.
fucked their wives.
Well, the women wanted it. It wasn't rape. Vikings were the only culture that bathed once a week.
Viking apologist over here. Consensual.
Listen, no,
Yeah, I did. Yeah, how did fucking you know it was consensual? You weren't there.
No,
Yeah,
they-
they wrote. Yeah, they
look it up.
They were like, "Oh, if you don't want to have sex with me, okay, I'll move on to the next hut."
They thought the Vikings
Sorry, I
were the
killed your
most
husband.
attractive. They were very clean. No, a lot of them would just go with the Vikings when they left.
Yeah, that's
Like
how
they
it
would
worked
leave
back
their
then.
husbands. And they'd
That's
be
how
like,
it worked,
Yeah, willingly.
dude. Yeah.